Hi everyone, today I'm going to show you how to do the enclosed waistband slit. So I've already sewn my piece from the top and bottom as stated in the tutorial. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one side of the seam allowance, hold it up, and push all of the other fabric out of the way. So all I have is one seam allowance on one side and all the other fabric on the other way. I'm now going to fold it up so that the top two ends meet. Now you can pin or clip along here, but I actually prefer using basting tape because I want to get these stitch lines as accurate as possible to the top stitch line. So I'm going to take my piece of basting tape, I'm going to put it in the seam allowance, now this basting tape is just from Amazon. And it's washable, it washes out. So now I'm going to match these two edges up as close as possible and push them together. I'm now going to make sure that my bottom piece, my other side of the slit, is completely out of the way, so I like to pull that there. So now that I've got that out of the way, I'm going to put this in my sewing machine. I like starting from the folded edge simply because it gives me better control when I'm stopping my stitching at this bottom point. So I'm now going to sew from this edge all the way to this point here, trying to be as accurate as possible, stopping right at the edge of that stitch line. So I'm going to use a straight stitch here because this seam is never really going to stretch. So using my 3/8 inch seam allowance, I'm going to stitch from the folded edge here all the way to the bottom of this stitch line here. I like to start just a little bit past the folded edge so my machine doesn't eat my fabric. Again, making sure all the other layers are out of the way. I'm going to stitch this, I'm going to back stitch, and then I'm going to straight stitch all the way until I get to the bottom of that edge. And then again, back stitch a few stitches. There you go. Now I see I didn't quite make it, so I'm going to do just a few more stitches there. There you go. Now when you flip this out, you'll have a nice edge there. I'm going to repeat it now for the other side. So on the other side, what you're going to do is turn this right side out like this, push this through, and match up your edges here, just like this. Again, you want to make sure that everything else is out of the way. I'm again going to use a piece of basting tape. You can use pins or clips if you like as well. There we go. And that's what it looks like. So when you're done, you don't need to clip the corners or anything. You pull this out, push that out, and what you're left with is a very nice enclosed slit.